Hey folks, Nick here from Another BookTube channel. Today, looking at the origins of a trope, or I guess the origin of the naming of a trope. This is Green Lantern 54, and if you've ever been having a conversation about like really any fandom, I'm sure you've heard the word fridging before, or it's short for women in refrigerators. The term was coined by comics writer Gail Simone in reference to this issue here. Um, the definition of fridging a character who is fridged, is one who exists only for the purpose of being killed so that their love interest can have like an arc. It's to propel, it's usually a female character is killed to propel their male lover's story forward. And the female character isn't given any more real attention, any real dimension. They exist only to be killed. And if you've ever wondered about, the origins of that, where it came from, or what the actual story was that inspired this term, that might be fun to take a look at it. I'm probably not the best person to talk about a Green Lantern comic because I really don't know a damn thing about Green Lantern. It's never been a superhero that particularly interested me. But I have read the few issues preceding this, the Kyle Rayner stuff. This is early Kyle Rayner. I think this is only like his fourth or fifth appearance as the Green Lantern. And it opens with him flying his girlfriend, Alexandra DeWitt, home. They had been fighting in previous issues, but they're kind of reconciled now. The name of the issue is Forced Entry. It's written by Ron Mars. There are 3 different pencilers, only one of whom I know. There's this guy, Carr, Alcoin. I don't know either of them. And then Banks is Darryl Banks. And then it's all inked by Romeo Tangal. And I don't love the inking because, first of all, I don't like how their faces are like the exact same thing. Like I feel like if you take his mask off, they look exactly like each other. Like the same jaws, same mouth. Also, the way her upper lip is inked makes it look like she has a little mustache. And overall, I mean, this is a kind of boring looking comic to me, especially the backgrounds. It's just really uncreative and uninventive. It's a lot of solid color. He drops her off at home, and she invites him inside. Again, they're kind of like making up, reconciling a little bit. I got a kick out of this. She's got a picture of, I don't know what the name of these little models are, these little drawing models, but I know that you can buy those if you're an artist. You buy this little figure that is only the basic shapes, and you keep it on your desk, and you can like position it and shade it however you want so that you can use it as a reference. And I guess they just whoever was penciling that day just went ahead and put that directly in there. Didn't even make a real like person out of it. Just copied the figure directly. Thought that was kind of funny. She takes off her clothes and says, "Come on, big boy, what are you waiting for? You staying or not?" Of course he's staying. Who wouldn't? But again, just boring background. Boring plane, I guess, that we're on here. I think it's a plane. But here's where we get introduced to the antagonist of the issue. This guy, I had to look up his name because it's never mentioned here. His name is Major Force. That's this purple and orange guy. And he has, I guess, been hired to track down and kill the new Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner. He's got pictures of the girlfriend, pictures of him. And he's off to get him. This is like the most uninspired character design I could possibly think of. It's just a big guy with a buzz cut, and then they just color him differently. Like it's literally so boring. The plane is boring. The sky is boring. Kyle and his girlfriend are done having sex, and he sees a news report about weird stuff going on downtown, and he's going to head off to deal with it as this new hero. This is just kind of a lame little takeoff. I don't know. I know there are people that really love this series, love Kyle Rayner, but this is just so uninteresting looking to me. He gets downtown where he finds like a futuristic city, or a part of a futuristic city, just like right in the middle of LA. And upon getting closer to it, He does it does appear to be like from like the year 2088 or something. I think they say that has just shown up in the middle. Where is it? Oh yeah, here. This is LA 2088. Yeah. So who knows how this got here, but Kyle Rayner needs to protect people from like falling debris or something. Meanwhile, Major Force has shown up at Alex DeWitt's apartment, and he busts in, hands her some flowers first with a note that says, "I'm going to kill you," and then he charges in after her. She's able to grab a knife, get to the kitchen, grab a knife, but she can't do much to fight back against this guy. This is really funny. I looked up her character wiki on like the DC database online because I was curious if she ever like comes back, and she doesn't. She literally dies here and then never comes back. But because it's typically superheroes in that database, there's a section for abilities or like powers, and under her abilities they listed photography because she's a journalist. It's like it's not an ability, like it's what she does for work, but she's not a super photographer. She gets punched around by Major Force and he chokes her out, and kills her right there on the spot. But that's not where it's going to wrap up. He hasn't fridged her yet. We got to get to the fridge. Kyle finishes saving this city. It dissolves and just like disappears randomly. He heads home, and we get he finds the note on the table. "Surprise for you in the fridge. Love, A." And here's where he opens the fridge, and we see her legs in her shoes inside the refrigerator. And here's his very sad response of just, "Oh God." She doesn't even get like a full page. Like this is, and then as we move on, he just starts fighting this Major Force guy. And that's pretty much the remainder of the episode issue. It's pretty standard fighting stuff, not particularly overly exciting, but there's no other like addressing of the body in the fridge until like by the end. Like they just take it outside. She's still in there. Kyle threatens to kill Major Force, but just when he's about to deliver the killing blow, his ring runs out of energy, and now he's helpless. So yeah, that's the origin of fridging, and you can see why like this was pointed out as a problem. Like the moment of discovery where the body's in the fridge is given like no time to breathe. It's just like, oh, there it is. Like I said, it's not even its own page. We just immediately like, oh yeah, she's just been stuffed in the refrigerator, horribly like defiled in this manner, and then we just got to get on to the macho punching. Now I don't know what happens after this issue. I don't know if she gets like a proper funeral or the legacy of her on Kyle Rayner. If you're a Green Lantern fan, you could fill me in on that. But I do know that before this issue, she was not really well established. Like she was established only as his girlfriend. They had like a minor disagreement. Like I guess they broke up a little bit. But she doesn't really have any personality. Like she doesn't contribute anything, and she's very obviously only there so that this could have happened. She is established only so that she could end up in this refrigerator here, and it's to progress his story arc forward. So that's it. That is the origin of fridging. It's a nice, short, sweet episode, mostly because I don't really have a lot to talk about here. I think the art is pretty average, if not below average, and I don't really care for the story. Again, Green Lantern's not my thing. But if I'm missing any nuances here, please let me know in the comments. I'm always excited to learn some stuff that I don't know about. Let me know if there's anything else that I missed. Thank you for spending some time with me today. But now it's time to get back to reading.